the girls should have been suspended, right? And instead, you have this chorus of people that are somehow trying to justify it in some way. They're trying to say that Caitlin Clark deserved it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh, just toughen up. You can manage it. Toughen up. That's Whoopi Goldberg's advice. Give me a break. Let's watch Whoopi.
Let's be realistic, okay? This is basketball, okay? This happens in basketball all the time. Angel Reese got with a clothesline the other day. I mean, this is, these are not like, here's the ball. This is get out the way or I'm gonna move you. That's what the game is. So a lot of people, however, are reading this as confrontation. But this is not, they're not playing on the court. They're there to win. Oh. And just because they're women, get over yourselves. Yeah. They're athletes.
They're athletes.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. You know what? They're athletes. Fine, Whoopi. You know what? They are athletes. But there are rules in a game. Okay? There are rules in a game. And you don't just sideswap somebody when the ball's not even in play. Like, even the WNBA just upgraded it to a flagrant foul. But suddenly, this is taking on this really bizarre kind of racial overtone, which is frankly really disturbing. Because let me just say, this girl's good, all right? And anytime somebody's really good at a sport, people pay attention. Michael Jordan, if I think about the most sort of publicized basketball player, I don't think he was white. It's not about that, but they want to make it about that because I guess that's all they got, right? They're going to go back to the well over and over and over again, which is truly unfortunate. Here's another lady on The View, if we can call her that, Sunny Houston, whatever, trying to somehow pick sides in this.
That being said, I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her. Not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my point. So now, Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community.
Oh my gosh. You mean to tell me the only reason anybody's paying attention to this girl is because she's white? Come on, all right? You see what they're doing. Like, they keep going back to this, and it's like, no, you know what? The girl's just good, all right? And she's better than the other players. I get it. She's a rookie, but she's damn good for a rookie. God forbid anybody actually be good. Let's go to Jamal Hill, a former ESPN commentator who, again, is doubling down on this whole race theory, which is absolutely ridiculous. I want to share her comments that she made on Twitter there, referring to Caitlin Clark as the white for Indiana. It's being too comfortable, just totally unacceptable. Here she is actually attacking somebody else. So we have her comments too that she made in the New York Times, because that's what I want to share with people right now. We'll get to that in a second. It's another part of this story. But again, Jamal Hill, speaking in the New York Times, actually just went off on this entire thing. And it's really pretty darn pathetic. Let me see if I can pull this one for you guys right now, because she was speaking with the New York Times and she was making the point again about this being an issue of race. And that is unfortunate. It's wrong. LA Times as well, doubled down on this. The LA Times is trying to say this is what it is all about. So they're making something out of nothing, if you would. You see the headline coming to us right now from the LA Times. Caitlin Clark marketing boom is celebrated, but draws questions of race and equity. Because they think the only reason the sport is getting any attention at all is because of the color of Caitlin Clark's skin. Now, there may be players that believe this as well. There may be. We have Kennedy Carter's first remarks. Originally, she said she would not comment on this. You see, they don't even want to comment on Caitlin Clark because, well, she's not, worthy of their commentary. You had another player, Angela Reese, who'd been tweeting some kind of nasty things and took them down and then wouldn't even show up at the press conference. The WNBA had to fine her because she just didn't want to talk about Caitlin Clark. It's about us, not about her, right? Well, finally, Kennedy Carter decided to say something. I want to share the sound with you now.
I don't have any regrets with anything. I'm going to compete and play 100% hard no matter who it is, like I said, or who we're playing. No, I don't have any regrets.
Let's play it again. Can we play it again, Drew? Let's hear this woman again. It's hard to hear.
I don't have any regrets with anything. I'm going to compete and play 100% hard no matter who it is, like I said,
Okay.
or who we're playing. No, I don't have
No regrets. I don't care that I just totally banged into this young woman who was doing nothing wrong but playing the game. I have no regrets. Toughen up. She sounds like Whoopi. She must be taking advice from Whoopi Goldberg. I get it. That's the issue. So Whoopi's saying, own it. You know what? You got to be tough. That's what it is. This is how the game is played. And I'm sorry, it's just frankly pretty darn wrong. All of them. And then to suggest that this is somehow about race, it's really pathetic. I think we have the video. Let's watch this again in real time to just see what went down. Whoa! Like the ball's not even in place. She just literally went after the woman. Bob Costas joining in on the party. He's one of the mean girls now. Yeah, Bobby. He's part of the club. Joining the mean girls, attacking Caitlin Clark. Let's watch.
To your earlier point, there was an incident recently. Alyssa Thomas, who happens to be African-American, grabbed Angel Reese by the throat and threw her to the floor. Flagrant 2, ejected from the game. The reason why that doesn't spark as much conversation isn't just that Caitlin Clark is a bigger star than Alyssa Thomas. It's because it's a black-on-black incident.
Wow.
And you don't have that dynamic that people can comment on, yes, but also exaggerate and make the entire story sometimes.
And also,
Well,
no
that
one
is really
cares.
that is between
no
the
one
lines.
cared
what's
about the
going on here.
WNBA when women of a certain color were beating up and bruising each other because it's been happening since the league's inception. We have this star, this person that people love. They want to protect her. So now the new fans and the new analysts and the new people have so much to say. Bob, thank you for saying that and acknowledging that because you're a legend in this sport. And you are also gracious enough to say, look, I'm not an expert in the WNBA, but what I do know from the history and what I do know, this is why she is being treated this way and why no one cares about
I've seen
injuries.
it in every sport.
I mean-
a newcomer is tested and to some extent resented.
I mean, what's wrong?
But they're somehow making this about the color of her skin. Does anybody understand how fundamentally wrong that is?